Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV, and episode 21 of our Luck of the Irish campaign. Now, this is a new recording session, so as always, I really should watch the last video I did. I mean, I tend to record these in blocks of like 3, but on this occasion I just could not, you know, I don't tend to watch past episodes, so I just can't remember what was going on. So the people in Shetland Islands are kicking up a fuss. They make me so little money that it doesn't really matter that we are having 100% autonomy, so I don't mind raising that to get rid of the rebel factions. Because at the moment we only have this sort of army and we don't have any, well, our transports across the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Buildings. Let's move those back down there. Right, so we're doing counter-espionage against Norway and Denmark, because being paranoid, I was under the impression that they were influencing relations with our colonial subjects. At the moment, we're just waiting for Meath to decide that they want to be our vassal. At the moment, it's not going terribly well, but I mean, to be honest, see, what I don't want to happen is to, you know, essentially quit all of this, cancel alliances, cancel royal marriage, yada 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 yada, and then eventually find out that, you know, they ally England. So I'm happy to wait. To be honest, that doesn't really bother me at all. Also, state with our colonies. Okay, so ooh, zoomed all the way in too far. So Santee will be done first, then Kusabo and Gual. So that will be fabulous. Have any of our other nations started declaring, well, not declaring war, what am I about, expanding at all? I don't think they have. What about Cuba? Cuba have not. Silly Cuba. Canada are trying. Slowly but surely. Unfortunately, they have severe winters and Arctic in most of their territory, so it slows it down quite a lot. So, because a lot of the Caribbean islands are very valuable, I think I'm going to go there next. And take the troops that from there, colonize some of them, rather. Nobility gains 10 loyalty and I lose 10 prestige. That's fine. Just move my fleet over there, so when these colonies are finished, I can move them down to some of these islands. Basically, what I want to do, I don't know whether okay, so Colombia haven't expanded much. It's mainly Norway who are going to be going to start snapping up islands, and they're never going to sort of be able to contest ownership of large areas, but I just don't want them I just don't want them getting really, I don't want them to have any success, basically. The smaller their colonial, well, they may not even get a colonial nation. So we'll move this army over to Santee. See, this makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you take an army there, drop them off there, pick them up, and then drop them off again? It's ludicrous, I tell you. Right, back to Kusabo. And we will pick up these guys. Where does it want us? Colonize Makama. And that will give us colonial, yeah. I was going to go and do some of the other islands, but the colonial enthusiasm bonus is sort of too good to pass up. So I'm going to wait before I'm gonna just do the Bahamas, and then we'll move on down to like the Turk Islands and stuff like that later on. Ah, fabulous. We get global settler increase from this Diplotech as well. And that Diplotech difference will also reduce liberty desire with some people by a small amount. So we should really be looking to see what we could do with this army here. They're allied with Shawnee, who are there. So I could really do with expanding. So we'll bring our diplomat back from Denmark, so I can... Who is Shawnee allied with? Huron, Chien, Fo, and... Okay, so I'm not going to call them in as a belligerent, because I'm not going to take any of their lands anyway. So I'm just going to do show superiority. Ooh, and their army's right there, which is brilliant for me, because it means that happens. Fabulous. Love it. And then we get admin tech. Good, 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 good. It's all going well. What's our... Come on, don't freeze. What are you doing? What's our focus? Still on Diplo, which is fine, because that's when we obviously need to catch up with most. Let's siege down the land. Oh, before I forget, let's go back home. And we will make sure we've got our counter-espionage going in Denmark. Are Meath still not going to... No, actually, they're even more unlikely now to become our vassal. That's really annoying. So that's stack wipe. Looks like it is. I really need to get a new computer, because it's playing up. It's being a bit slow. Unfortunately, when I built this computer about 3 years ago... -1 stability. Yeah, unfortunately, when I built this computer about I think it was about 3 years ago now, it was the first time I'd ever built a computer, and I don't think I entirely thought the whole process through, like as to what, I would do if I ever wanted to upgrade it. Because I'm in the situation now where I've got an AMD card currently, an AMD processor, sorry, and I want to go to an Intel one, but the motherboard I've got only supports AMD, and also for the new graphics card I need to get a slightly bigger case, and to support the new... Ooh, click the wrong button. In order to support the new graphics card, etc., etc., I need a larger power supply. So if I, thought about this in advance, time for us to step in, I think. If I thought about this in advance, then I would have... I want to give these to Louisiana. Yeah, if I thought about this in advance, then I would have... bought stuff that I could upgrade, so like keep as part of the upgrade. But I didn't, so there. I'm going to make them release a load of nations just because it means I don't have to mess about with, you know, truces and stuff like that. And I'll bring my army back down here and basically reduce any autonomy. Sorry, reduce any unrest. So yeah, at some point soon I'll be upgrading my computer with be quite a significant upgrade, hopefully. So I don't really want them to get more influence, to be honest. So I would ideally like them to... Let's do that to reduce their influence. Then make a donation to increase their loyalty. And that's fine. And then we also need to up our stability. After our incompetent Earl made a mistake. A diplomatic faux pas. What are colonies doing? Okay, so actually, the ones in the Caribbean and sort of southern US actually seem to be going very fast. Norway have started their third colony. Eventually, what we'll do is go to war and steal their colonies. So, unless we get any other missions for down sort of in the Florida region to colonize, we'll take these islands. We'll jump on Tortuga and Lecaias. But yeah, we'll get those and then we'll go to war with them, probably, to take their colonial holdings. Depends who their allies are, actually. They've got quite a large ally alliance sort of what's it called? Network. France are just blobbing to like the max at the moment. They're doing really well, which isn't what we thought would be the case. So Denmark are actually expanding. They've taken all of the Livonian Order. Russia have sort of stopped expanding, at least in this direction. Looks like they're coming down here, though. Wow! Oh my lord. Look at that. Georgia blobbed something crazy. If you consider that Georgia only start off as a really tiny area down here, they've done really well. Really impressed. What's this down here? The Huns are doing quite well. I'm pretty sure they only start in a small area here. Very surprised. Very surprised. Portugal are having a good game. I suppose Portugal would probably actually be a good ally. How willing they are to ally me. No, they're not. Yeah, no, they're not going to. Because I was hoping I could use them against England. But, okay. Turn Bahamas into a city. Rival of our rival. I'll take the mission, turn Bahamas into a city. Actually, the rival of our rival. Lorraine's opinion of Tyrone is at least 100. Where is Lorraine? I'm pretty sure they're around here somewhere, aren't they? I might just be making that up. There we go, Lorraine. I could do that. I can do that. Improve relations. There we go. So hopefully we'll finish off this, and then we'll then be able to take the turn Bahamas into a city mission afterwards. And we're also just about to have another colony finish. So these guys will go straight down to the Turk Islands, I suspect. Come on, a few more ticks. Yeah, mass draft. 2 base manpower and Connaught. Brilliant. More manpower, the more better. Not that we really use or need our manpower. Actually, with the amount of money we've got at the moment, we can I can build quite a few more buildings, which I will do once. Oh, can't select the island. Once I've moved these guys across here. Right, and you can go on there. Fabulous. And then you can come back up to Makama. Recall the guy from France. We don't really need him there anymore. We're at max relations with France anyway. I just always like to keep it topped off. Who's the worst relations out of our subjects? Mexico. Let's improve relations with Mexico. Actually, and then after we've improved relations with Lorraine, we will improve relations with Papal State again. Hey, we got another cardinal. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Completely forgot. Let's build some buildings. Buildings, buildings, buildings. I'm 1 over my force limit. Let's... How much is that costing me? Oh. Well, actually, that doesn't matter. We'll just disband this guy. Go back down to our force limit, and we will build some buildings. What do we want? Trade buildings. Build all the trade buildings. Apart from up here, because they're essentially worthless, I think. Or at least they cost a lot for what they provide. What else can we do? We can certainly build more... Well, they barracks. Yeah, barracks. Ah, a few months shy of being able to afford this one. So yeah, we'll fill. Oh, Georgia have got a civil war, so looks like they're going to be on a downhill curve. Right, there we go. So we'll also build one in Inverness once the other building's done. I want to make the most of all of our current land, because most of our land is actually sort of, you know, owned by our colonial nations. So that's why we're having such an issue, like vassalizing, like Meath, just because most of our land does actually not belong directly to us. France in another war. French conquest of Lyon against Spain. Actually, no, that's this war they've been in for a while. Who's got disputed succession? Sardinia. Oh, no, that's irrelevant to us. God, my cat's in the background giving it a... I don't know if it comes through on the microphone. I don't think it does. But my cat's in the background giving it quite a lot of noise. For some bizarre reason. She's clearly needy. So, yes, Bahamas and Makama are about to be done. And in 2 more ticks, we'll have our mission from Lorraine completed. Oh, no, maybe another tick. And we should be able to get that mission done. Brilliant. So pause. Okay, no, we're not allowed that one anymore. Turn Turk Islands into a city. Why not? Never mind. So Bahamas is going to be done first. So let's move our ship down here to pick up these troops. And these guys can go down to Tortuga, I think. Seems like the best place. Come on. There we go. Right. Down to Tortuga. Hire him? Oh, brilliant. I love this event. I've got plenty of money, so that's great. Free advisor slot. Global tariffs would be nice. And I can afford a 2. A 2? A 2-2. A level 2 advisor. So maybe I'll go for him, because global tariffs would obviously give me a fair amount of money. Ooh, Cardinal Minister. I'm gonna go for the this one, given I'm probably gonna be staying Catholic. Makes sense. So I go for diplomatic reputation or global tariffs, essentially. Choices, choices, choices. New Tyrone. What their liberty desire at currently? It is at 29%. So we'll tax it. We'll tax New Tyrone. So Makama done. And now we will go to Las Calles. Pick up these guys. It's all going well. We're expanding at a decent rate. I mean, I don't intend on dragging out this campaign and, you know, building a obscenely large sort of colonial nation before going and wrecking England, but, you know, I'm not going to rush it. Let's enjoy it while it's while it lasts. So it's gonna be Turk Islands next, isn't it? So I'll move my ship there. Nope, I want it to actually go to the island. There we go, and mothball him there. So yeah, in the next episode, what we will do is... what will we do in the next episode? Next episode, we'll just continue expanding in the Caribbean. We'll probably go to Puerto Rico once Turk Islands are done, just to cut off Norway, essentially. So they don't at least have a contiguous area. Because a lot of these islands have quite high development, so it'd be good to go and take those. It would also be nice to go to war with Norway. That would work primarily if we got France to join, which will be the challenge. I can actually cancel my diplomat from Lorraine, and I will send that diplomat to the Papal State. But yeah, I will bring it to an end here, and I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.